నయత్ర వైకుంఠ కథా సుధాపక నా సాధవో భాగవత తదాశ్రయ నయత్ర యజ్ఞేశ మకామహోత్సవ సురేష లోకోపి నవైస సేవ్యతాం. If at all, they are saying that if at all by our piety we are promoted even all the way up to Brahmaloka also, but before selecting that residence, we should be careful. We should make sure that there should be devotees, there should be Krishna Katha, there should be Sankirtan Yajnas. Then only we should select any place in the entire universe. Otherwise, even having gone to Brahmaloka for having a lifespan of that of Brahma, the life is not no use. So this is how they're glorifying the Bharata Varsha. So indirectly, see, there are two ways to see. One way, since the scriptures are written about Bharata Varsha for the people of Bharata Varsha people, so it should be glorified. Then people of Bharata Varsha will take it seriously. And more than that, not only that, they are like not exaggerating actually. In fact, Bharata Varsha is special. So that speciality they are highlighting here to help us understand what good fortune we have. So in that way, instead of misutilizing the opportunity, we should utilize it properly. That is the reason. There should be rivers of nectar of the Lord's topics. The topics should be plentiful and tasty like rivers, not flowing meagerly like the topics of jnanis and yogis. So understanding is that the topics of jnana and yoga are dry. So a dry river, no one likes to look at. River should be continuously flowing, full river. There should be persons who depend on the Lord, Bhagavatas, who take shelter of those rivers of topics, Tadashraya. And not persons who depend on Paramatma, that means yogis, who depend very little on those topics to gain their jnana and siddhis. So like that.
Here, Maka is translated as the sacrifice of chanting the names.
Naitra Yajnesa Maka Mahostava. Yajna and Maka both are like Sankirtan Yajna only. There should be sacrifices dedicated to the Lord of Sacrifice. And then among all the different types of sacrifices belong to the sages like Angirasa and Burhaspativa, there are the sacrifices belong to the Lord also. Isha Maka. Some sacrifices are dedicated to sages, but some are dedicated to Supreme Lord that should be performed. These are Sankirtana sacrifices. The proof is Yajnai Sankirtanai Yajantihi Sumedasa. In Kali Yuga, the intelligent people worship the Lord by chanting. Yajnanam Jabajnosmi. There should be great festivals with abundant chanting, singing, dancing, instrumental music, and worship of the devotees. If these items are not present, even the planet of Brahma should not be accepted as a residence. So like that. So they are glorifying the Bharata Varsha. Indeed it is glorious, but still they are glorifying. Prapta Rujatim tu ihayecha jantavo jnana kriya dravya kalapa samvrutam navayateran apunarbhavayate bhuyo vanamukai vayanti bandhanam. Read the translation.
Those who attain birth as humans in Bharata, who are fully endowed with proper sense devatas, senses and sense objects, but who do not endeavor for bhakti yoga, are again bound up like birds trapped by a hunter.
Wherever in the Bhagavatam the word Iha comes, Iha stands for Bharata Varsha. Because no, Bharata Varsha. In general, Bharata Varsha. In specific, Bharata Kanda. Because Srila Bhadev compiling all the books, sitting on the edge of the Bharata Varsha, and when he writes Iha, matlab here. Here means Bharata Varsha. Kaumaram that verse mein, where comes Iha? Recite the verse. मोबाइल को फर्स्ट डस्टबिन में डाल दो, तब याद रखने का प्रयास करेंगे. मोबाइल है करके हम याद नहीं करते कुछ भी. 7th कंट का कुछ है नहीं, तो प्रीचर से ना कौन सा प्रचारक है? हाँ वही असिस्टेंट भी प्रीचर है, नहीं तो प्रैक्टिशनर से ना साधका है ना, सो उतना तो याद रहना चाहिए। बताओ, तो छोटा बच्चे को याद रहता है, छोटा बच्चे का श्लोक है वो, 5 साल बच्चे का श्लोक है।
5 साल में भक्ति हमारा आचरित्र धर्मान भागवता धर्मान भागवता
Yeah, having taken birth here, one should practice Bhagavad Dharma. It's like that. So having attained human life here in Bharata Varsha, he endowed with what all there was. Jnana stands for sense devatas. Kriya stands for senses. Dravya stands for sense objects. We are endowed with all these things. There are devatas to look after, provide, to facilitate our enjoyment. There are senses to give us enjoyment. There are sense objects, which are the object of enjoyment. But we don't practice bhakti, then we are like the birds trapped by the hunter. There is a nice garden trying to enjoy, but hunter comes and traps. Then we are gone. Those who attain this Bharata, and do not utilize it properly are most lamentable. Like a farmer who, on attaining a Chintamani stone, continues to farm. Like a farmer who, after attaining Chintamani stone, continue to farm. Chintamani stone, if you touch something, it becomes gold. कभी गोल्ड है गोल्ड आएगा, बट वो फिर भी वो थिंकिंग दैट चिंतामणि टू बी स्टोन, ऑर्डिनरी स्टोन, ये स्टोन किस काम का नहीं, कभी कभी कुछ करने के लिए काम करके साइड में रख के फार्मिंग करेगा तो और कौन बचेगा उनको। हमारा हाल भी वही है, चिंतामणि भक्ति मिल गया बट उसको साइड में रख के वी आर बिजी विथ आवर डेली एक्टिविटीज, देन हु विल सेव अस? For us custody is also other thing only, it is not चिंतामणि। वो रहेगा बट वो कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं रहेगा।
Farming is equivalent to asking.
Yes, that is true. Human life in Bharata is fully endowed with Adidaiva, Adhyatma, and Adibhuta, Jnana, Kriya, and Dravya. This means the human is endowed with all the senses among sense devatas, senses, and sense objects, so that it is possible to hear and chant the holy name properly. We have everything required to execute bhakti, Navida bhakti. श्रवण करने के लिए ईयर से, कीर्तन करने के लिए मौत है, स्मरण करने के लिए माइंड है, अर्चन करने के लिए हाथ है, और क्या पाद सेवन करने के लिए हाथ है, मंदिर मार्जन करने के लिए हाथ लग से, और सब सब कुछ करने के सब है, फिर भी if we don't do, no one can save us. Apuna Bhavaya means Bhakti Yogaya. Those who do not strive for Bhakti Yoga are like the birds. Though the birds are freed by the hunter, if they are again let into in the tree and play about, they get caught again. एक बार by mercy hunter छोड़ दिया birds को, but still the birds are playing there only. Hunter also gets a desire. ये अभी इधर ही है, इसको पकड़ेंगे करके. So like that. They should go away, not there. So it is like that. ऐ श्रद्धया बर्हिषि बा पागशो हवीर निरुक्तमिष्टं विधि मंत्र वस्तुता एक प्रतन्नाम विराहुतो मुदा गृह्णाति पूर्णां स्वयमाशिषं प्रभु।
The Lord is one only, but called by different names. Though complete in himself, he is the master of blessings, and thus he happily accepts the pure offering of sacrifice, along with materials, methods, and mantras, which are offered to various devatas because of the bhakti.
This is similar to Yat Karoshi Yadashnashi, something like that. He is the only one, but called by different names, though complete in himself. is the master of blessings, and thus is happily accepts the pure offerings of sacrifice, along with the materials, methods, and mantras, which are offered to various devatas because of the bhakti. Whatever yajna we perform, though we chant the mantras, idam indraya swaha, idam namma, idam varna, though the name devata names are mentioned, but is actually ultimately meant for Supreme Lord only. Bhagavad Gita says, Ekatvena Pratatvena Bauddha Vishwatamukam. They worship me in many different forms and worship me at the universe in many ways. Those who worship the universal form thinking of that form at the power of the Lord are also fortunate. In sacrifice, the Lord, though complete in himself, accept the pure sacrifice materials with different methods, different mantras, different materials offered with allotted portions while saying Indraya Swaha, Agnaya Swaha, since he is the master of all blessings. He accepts because of bhakti. Though one, he is called by separate names such as Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, etc. What was that? Patram Pushpam verse?
9:28.
Not number, verse. Loka.
Patram Pushpam Saranto
What is the meaning of the third stanza? Tadaham Bhakti Upaharutam. Because they are offering with bhakti, he'll accept everything. Well, it may be so simple as so water, etc. etc. Still I accept. So like that. This is important verse. Prabhupada always quote this verse. Satyam dishantartitamati nrunam naivartado yat punarartitayata swayam vidatte vajatam anichyatam ichchapidanam nijapada pallavam.
The Lord certainly gives desired object to devotees who request them, but he does not give those objects in such a way that the devotee will ask again after finishing his enjoyment. In other words, he gives his lotus feet, which includes all desirables, to those worshippers who do not even desire them.
So like that.
This happens with everyone, project, or is it like where the pure devotee of the Lord intervenes? Only then this kind of transformation.
Unto whom the Lord want to show special mercy, who are ready to take mercy but don't know, for that people.
Because there are many pious people who even actually worship the forms of Lord Vishnu with the expectation of results, material benefits. So, but we also see that after getting the material benefits also, their aspiration to actually desire for pure liberation is not immediately manifested.
There is a
It
difference.
is because
Normal karmis go everywhere and they also go to Vishnu. But Artho Jignash Vartarthi, understanding the supremacy of Vishnu, they go to Vishnu. Such kind of people will get this mercy. Those who approach Vishnu with proper understanding but with material desires will get this mercy. And those who approach Vishnu, that is the way they approach anyone else. So for them, Lord acts as one among the devatas. Etama prapadante tamastaiva bhajamyam. So like that. The practitioner of pure bhakti, even if he has desires, becomes successful. You see, the practitioner of pure bhakti. They are desiring to practice pure bhakti means Vishnu bhakti only. They don't want to go here and there. Even though they have desires, they depend on Vishnu only. Api hamara mange pura karo. For that people, Lord does this. Those who commonly just they go today Ganesh temple, tomorrow Shiva temple, day after tomorrow Durga temple, uske baad Vishnu temple. For them, it is like a casual visit. But those who realize that, okay, Vishnu is the supreme, let me worship Vishnu, but I have a lot of desires. For them, Lord behaves like this. He becomes equal to the Nishkama Bhakta eventually. Being requested by worshippers for desired objects, the Lord gives those objects. He does not give the objects in such a way that object is again requested after enjoyment. What does this mean? When such a person, such a devotee comes to the Lord asking for some object, Lord fulfills. but he fulfills in such a way that he will not come again. By mercy, the Lord gives his lotus feet, which includes all desires. When some devotee with pure understanding, even with material desires, comes to Lord Vishnu fulfills the desires. Along with that, he also gives his lotus feet. Having tasted the lotus feet, the devotee will lose all interest in material desires. That is what will happen. Or he forcefully gives his feet, which destroy all other desires. Either way. Just as a father gives the child sugar candy, though the child does not want it, and that way he makes the child give up eating dirt. So the Lord gives the devotee his lotus feet, and that way the devotee gives up material endeavors. छोटा बच्चा पूरा मट्टी खा रहा है, उनको कुछ स्वीट रखेगा तो वो स्वीट खाते रहेगा. So you don't eat that, something like that. तो चैतन्य चरितामृत मध्ये ఇలా बोलते अन्यकामी यदि करे कृष्णेर भजन ना मागितेह कृष्ण तारे देन स्वाचरण. कृष्ण का है अमवाजे मागा विषय सुख अमृत चाड़े विष मागे ए बड़ा मूर्ख मी विज्ञ अमि विज्ञ ए मूर्खे विषके न दिवा स्वाचरणामृत दिया विषय बुलाइबा. Even a person Annekami, he having a desire of other things, comes to Lord Vishnu and asks for those things. So Lord says that Ami Baje Mage Vishay Sukha. He is worshipping me but asking for Vishay Sukha. Amruta Chade Vishay Mage E Bada Murk. But Ami Vigna, he does not know what to ask, but I know what to give. So Ami Vigna E Murke Vishakena Diva. Because I am intelligent, why should I give him Visha? Instead, I give my Charanamrita. Swa Charanamrita Vishabulaiva. Therefore, one should worship the Lord without a mixture of jnana or karma. Tivrena bhakti yogena yata purusham param. However, the attachment of the lotus feet of the Lord by nishkama or sakama bhaktas should not be considered the same in all ways. That which is pure by nature and that which is purified by force do not have the same results. Those by nature who are nishkama, they don't have any material desires and worship Lord Vishnu. They quickly attain perfection. They also attain superior level of perfection. But those who approach Vishnu with material desires, they are purified of material desires. But after attaining perfection, they will not be at the same level of the Nishkama Bhaktas. So like that. Generally, the Nishkama Bhaktas will get Samipya or Sarupya Mukti. The Sakama Bhaktas will get Salokya and Sarishti Mukti. Like that, Dvipas says. Because they approach the Lord with material desire. So Lord will purify their material desires, but he gives them perfection, he takes them to Vaikuntha, but they will have Aishwarya so much in Vaikuntha. Sarishti and Salokya. If somebody approaches Lord with seva opportunity, seva desire, they will get seva. If somebody approaches Lord with something in return, Lord gives that in return. Since they practice bhakti, they will attend Vaikuntha, but they stay as a resident of Vaikuntha with the same opulence of Vaikuntha. They may not have so much direct service to Lord Vishnu. Indirect service, remote service. हम खुश हैं ना, आप लोग डायरेक्ट सेवा करते हैं, हम दूर से करते हैं. आप टेम्पल क्लीनिंग करते हैं, भक्तों को प्रसाद सर्विंग करते हैं, सब. Thus the excellence of Hanuman is greater than that of Durva. So Durva is the example of Sakama Bhakta. Hanumanji is the example of Nishkama Bhakta. So like that.
So Dhruva ka opulence is like that of the Lord. Right. But he is serving from distance. That is what is saying. He is not serving a lot of it.
Hanumanji direct serve na?
Chitara.
Direct seva kiya.
So right now, Dhruva is not serving directly.
Serving? But still, he is not an example of Dasya or Sakya or something. Dhruva is in sense example of Shanta Bhakta only. He is serving indirectly, not serving directly.
Okay, so in Shantaras means those who don't serve directly, that is the understanding.
At some point of time, most of the people would have come with the 4 backgrounds.
Out of 4, 3 are Sakama, 1 is Nishkama.
Gnani for
Nishkama.
Nishkama. But in the journey of a spiritual seeker, no one would directly end up on Gnani first. They would actually start either with these 3. So, and then when they actually approach the Lord with these 3, then would they be directly placed under only those 2?
No, when we say there are 4 category of people, then there will be some people in the direct Jnani category also.
Yeah, so it means when they start,
those who progress from here to here, they will be counted up this category only.
So
Even though
Maharaj did not get the opportunity to actually create a desire to serve after taking the darshan of the Lord.
No, as of now, he is serving on behalf of Lord Vishnu, looking after the maintenance of the universe. It is indirect service. It is not direct serving the Lord. Direct service is serving the Lord directly. Like Mother Yashoda feeding Krishna. That is a direct service.
What about deity worship?
Deity worship is a direct service. That's good as serving the Lord.
Maharaj also would have. Yeah. That's kind of course, in one sense, if you see Satya Yoga meditation, then that is another thing. But then all the Satya Yoga people should be deprived of this kind of destination.
No, not like that.
Because as they are meditating on the sorry. He's so absorbed.
That is the effect of custard. Effect of custard. So it is not that there is no possibility, but generally we have to see it like that. This is a general principle. There could be exception also. Year to year transition, okay, they also might be developing desire. But generally Chitrapa says like that. The way one approaches the Lord, ultimately the destination is also somewhat connected with that.
So that should be
Some can progress step by step all these things, but generally it is said like that. Those who approach the Lord with Sakama mentality, Lord purifies them. But because they approach the Lord with Sakama mentality, they will get Salokya or Sarishti Mukti. Those who approach the Lord with Niskama mentality, with the desire to serve the Lord, they will get Samipya or Sarupya. So that they are close proximity of the Lord, they can serve the Lord directly mostly. Okay. Not that others will not get direct service. They may not be so much aspire to serve the Lord directly. They may want to serve the Lord indirectly only. So they will have like that. So it's like
आप पास से आरती कीजिए हम दूर से लड़की से करेंगे आप मुझे आके क्यों डरा कर
यदि यत्र न स्वर्ग सुखावसेवितं शेषितं सृष्टस्य सूक्तस्य कृतस्य शोभनम् तेना जनाभे स्मृतिमज्जन्म न स्यात् वर्षे हरिर्यद् भजतां शं तनोति.
If you have pious credits remaining from performing sacrifices, chanting the Vedas, or performing charitable acts, may those credits give us birth with remembrance of the Lord in Bharata. Since the Lord distributes happiness to his devotees.
We're telling that if at all any more piety is left, let us take birth in Bharata Varsha, not ordinary birth, but with the remembrance of the Supreme Lord, so that we can practice bhakti. I will take in but there. Therefore, the devatas pray, if there exists any remaining good results after enjoying the happiness of Swarga arising from properly performed sacrifices, by that pious result, let us have birth with eager remembrance of the Lord in Bharata, where having attained association of the devotees, we will worship the Lord, since the Lord gives happiness to the devotees. This is their desire. So these are the prayers offered by the residents of the heaven who visited there by their piety. They are the transient residents. They are telling that we have come here for enjoyment, we are bored with this enjoyment. And Bharata people are miserable, but still they have good fortune of going back to Godhead. It is better to have misery than lot of enjoyment. So like that, they are praying. Sri Dukadeva Goswami says, O king, in the opinion of some learned scholars, 8 smaller islands surround Jambudvipa. When the sons of Maharaja Sagara were searching all over the world for their lost horse, they created 8 islands by digging the earth. The names of these islands are Swarnaprastha, Chandrashukla, Avartana, Ramanaka, Mandaraharina, Panchajanya, Simhala, and Lanka. Yesterday we were discussing the sons of Sagara Maharaja. They were searching after the horse. They were digging here and there initially. They were digging around Jambudvipa. While they were digging, the mud removed. They throw in the ocean. That created islands around Jambudvipa. Of the many islands, 8 are famous islands. The 8 names are mentioned here. Of the 8, there are 2 names which come in the Bhagavatam. One is Ramanaka, other one is Lanka. Ramanaka is the abode of Kaliya, who, unable to tolerate the pains created by Garuda, came and hid himself in the Yamuna, in one lake, because Saubari Muni cursed Garuda that if at all you come again and eat any fish here, you will die. So you understand that the Garuda will never come to that lake. Kaliya hid himself in that lake. But after punishing him, Krishna told to go back home. Then the Kaliya went back to his home, known as Ramanaka Island. And Lanka is the abode of Ravanas, Rakshasas. Currently, all the Rakshasas and Vibhishan staying there. Vibhishan, the king of the Rakshasas now, is staying there and governing over the Lanka.
But the earth is here, earth is mentioned.
Where?
By digging the earth likha hai na?
Digging the Jambudvipa. Here, earth means Jambudvipa.
Jambudvip ko 8 islands को include. पता ना, for the Lawson they created 8 islands by digging the earth.
Where are they? The 8 smaller islands surround Jambudvipa. Jambudvipa को 8 नहीं बनाए. Jambudvip से 8 बनाए. The 8 smaller island.
Around that, they say the huge salt.
So this is Jambudvipa.
Yes.
Surrounding saltwater ocean.
Yes.
In that saltwater ocean, there are islands. So many islands are made.
अच्छा ऐसा है क्या?
How is it? Okay.
Islands
It is not. It is like throughout the circumference they made. So
Yes.
how do you understand?
बनाया मतलब कैसा project? How? This they must be existing.
They were digging, Baba. While they were digging the mud, they threw in the ocean. That mud became island.
मतलब जम्बूद्वीप में भारतवर्ष में खोद रहे थे, for example.
Not only Bharatavarsa. Bharatavarsa is here. When Bharatavarsa में खोद रहे तो ये हो गया. But इधर खोद रहे तो ये हो गया. सब जगह पर खोद रहे थे वो. They are the people from Treta Yuga, not Dwapara Yuga or Kali Yuga. Not ordinary people.
वो खोद के उतना दूर तक actually फेंकते थे.
Yes.
वो इसलिए उतना गैप भी आ गया.
थोड़ा गैप. तभी island बोलेंगे ना. गैप नहीं रहता ऐसे होगा.
And how do we understand that it is throughout the circumference of Jambudvipa they have made it?
Because it
Which,
says so.
8 smaller islands surround Jambudvipa.
Shloka itself is saying about that. Saying or not?
It's like Desi treatment.
Huh?
Either it is
Desa-
throughout the Jambudvipa, nor it actually, nor we can say that it is not throughout the Jambudvipa also.
Surround
It is
मतलब throat
surrounding
ना.
Jambudvipa.
Surround मतलब throat. Why not throat? अभी हार्स को ढूंढना है तो आधा आधा ढूंढ के आएंगे क्या? पूरा नहीं ढूंढेंगे? पूरा ढूंढेंगे ना?
वो story
ओ मैं हमारा नहीं, हमारा जैसा नहीं वो लोग। यार पक्का लोग है, पूरा करना है तो पूरा करेंगे। हम तो आधा करके आ जाएंगे। हाँ, हो गया करके बोलेगे, हाँ साफ करेंगे। यार कटिंग कार्नर्स नहीं, पूरा मतलब पूरा करके आ जाएंगे।
ये आइलैंड मतलब जैसा दुबई में बना है वैसे बीच में
हाँ
वैसे टाइप
वैसे।
स्मॉलर आइलैंड्स को
स्मॉल आइलैंड because they were digging for the horse throughout Jambudvipa, everywhere, all over. So that's why they are all over. And Lanka, some information about Lanka below you see.
why they were digging through for searching the horse.
नीचे छुपा होगा करके, किधर उधर छुपा होगा करके dig कर रहे थे।
अर्थ के अंदर
किधर तो घर बना के पृथ्वी के अंदर, पृथ्वी के ऊपर रहेगा तो दिखेगा ना, पृथ्वी के अंदर रखा होगा, छुपा के रखा होगा करके कर रहे थे। So the prime meridian line passes through the abodes of the Rakshasas, that is Lanka, the abodes of the Devatas on Sumeru mountain and on the North Pole, on which there are cities like Rohitaka, Avanti, and Sanhita Lake. That is called prime meridian. And in the prime meridian is a city known as Ujjain. Prime meridian passes through Ujjain. రాక్షసాలయ దేవౌక శైలయోర్ మధ్య సూత్రగా రోహితకం అవంతి చ యత సన్నిహితం సర. సన్నిహిత లేక్ మీన్స్ కురుక్షేత్ర. కురుక్షేత్ర, ఉజ్జయిన్, రోహతక్, నార్త్ పోల్, మౌంట్ మేరు అండ్ లంక. When you connect all these things, that line is called prime meridian.
with the longitude which they are talking about.
This is the prime meridian line. Center of the
And how that is actually going through the Ujjain.
Ujjain. Here,
I was thinking
here
it
Mount
is
Meru is there.
Bharatkhanda.
Mount Meru is there. Line will come here. It will come to Bharata Varsha. And it will come to Bhartakanda also. In Bhartakanda, it is passing through Ujjain, North Pole and Ujjain. In between, we also have Sannita, like the Kurukshetra, Rohtak, everything is there in between. So,
So North Pole is not for the Bharatkhanda. North Pole is for the Jambudvipa.
oh.
मर्ड डाला
O best of the descendants of Bharata Maharaj, I have thus described to you, just as I have been taught, the divisions of Varshas in Jambudvipa. Thus far, I have discussed to you the Jambudvipa. Here is the quick summary of Jambudvipa. In Jambudvipa, there are 8 boundary mountains, 9 Varshas. Within Lavata Varsha, there are again so two mountains in each side, then 4 mountains in the trees, then 20 mountains. So many facilities. The 8 Varshas also have same facility. They are called Bhaumasarga. This is called Bharata Varsha. In Bharata Varsha, there are 9 divisions known as 9 Dvipas. The 9th one is Bharatakanda. That is our Earth globe. And by the way, we also discussed about Mount Meru with Jambudvipa, Mount Meru ke upar 8 Devatas and Mount Brahma, about other Ganga coming down into the universe, passing through different places in Jambudvipa also present in between. So with that, that was about 19th chapter. So till 19th chapter, there was the discussion about Jambudipa. Different divisions, subdivisions, especially Bharata we discussed elaborately. And then Glories of Bharata Varsha by the Devatas, we have seen that. So now, chapter 20 talks about the remaining part of the Bhumandala. The entire Bhumandala, only Jambudipa has been present till now. With, with, after that, there is much more Bhumandala. Total diameter of the Bhumandala is 500 million yojanas. The diameter of Jambudipa is 1 lakh yojanas only. Out of 500 billion, 1 lakh only we discussed.
500
million.
मतलब 50 करोड़.
हाँ, 50 crore. उसमें only 1 lakh we discussed. So much more is there, Bhumandala. So that all we discussed today.
500 million is diameter or radius?
Diameter.
Diameter है इसका. तो जम्बूद्वीप बीच में है.
Center में.
ओके, तो मेरू माउंटेन है, उसके बीच में जम्बूद्वीप वो है, जिसका बाद और बहुत बड़ा है.
बहुत बड़ा है.
So that means after Earth, भारत खंडा, there are द्वीपास, 8 द्वीपास, उसके बाद और
6
tract of
Dvipas.
land है.
6 Dvipas. हाँ, 6 Dvipas.
उसके बाद लैंड है.
हाँ, उसके बाद भी ज्यादा लैंड है. वो अभी चर्चा करेंगे. The 20th chapter describes
1 lakh.
हाँ 1 lakh. The 20th chapter describes Plakshadvipa and other 6 Dvipas, their Varshas, rivers, mountains, and devatas of worship, as well as the Lokaloka mountain and Aloka Varsha. All these things are present in this chapter. Sukadeva Goswami said, now I shall describe the dimensions, characteristics, and shapes of the 6 islands, beginning with Plaksha. As Sumeru mountain is surrounded by Jambudvipa, Jambudvipa is also surrounded by an ocean of salt water, whose breadth is the same as that of the Jambudvipa, that is 1 lakh yojanas. Jambudvipa width is 1 lakh yojanas, diameter is 1 lakh yojanas. Then saltwater ocean is there. That one side width itself is 1 lakh yojanas. This side 1 lakh, this side also 1 lakh.
Width of the
Saltwater ocean. Yeah. As a moat around a fort is sometimes surrounded by a garden-like forest, the saltwater ocean is surrounding Jambudvipa is itself surrounded by Plakshadvipa, whose breadth is twice that of the saltwater ocean. The breadth of the Plakshadvipa is 2 lakh yojanas. On Plakshadvipa, there is a Plaksha tree as tall as the Jambu tree on Jambudvipa. Jambudvipa gets its name because of the Jambu tree, from which the Jambunada river comes, from which the gold comes. Similarly, in Plakshadvipa, there is a tree called Plaksha tree, after which the island gets its name. There is a blazing upward fire with 7 flames. So this tree becomes special because at the root of this tree, there is a blazing upward fire with 7 flames, because of which the tree looks like the golden tree. That is the specialty of the tree.
Roots में है क्या?
शुरू से रूट में मतलब upward fire with 7 flames looks like that. Blazing.
The tree is also burning.
Looks like that. Tree is not burning in sense, it is not becoming a coal, it is giving light, mystic light. Plakshadvipa was governed by Idmajiva, one of the sons of Maharaj Priyavrata. Idmajiva, who named its 7 Varshas after 7 sons, divided the Varshas among the sons, and then retired from active life to engage in devotional service of the Lord. So Agnidra was the first son, Idmajiva was second son. First son was given Jambudvipa, second son was given Plakshadvipa. He in turn had 7 sons. So he divided Plakshadvipa into 7 divisions and gave them to 7 of his sons. Proper division. So natural. Parikshitha means surrounded. The fire remains prominent. Akalaya means give. The Plaksha tree seems to be the people tree. The dimensions of the Jambu tree are mentioned in 5:16:12 as 1100 yojanas high and 100 yojanas wide. So read.
The 7 Varshas of Plakshadvipa are named according to the names of those 7 sons: Shiva, Yavasa, Subhadra, Shanta, Shema, Amrita, and Abhaya. In those 7 tracts of land, there are 7 mountains and 7 rivers. The mountains are named Manikuta, Vajrakuta, Indrasena, Jyotishman, Suparna, Hiranyanyashiva, and Meghamala. And the rivers are named Aruna, Nrimna, Angirashi, Savitri, Suptabhata, Ritambhara, and Satyambhara.
There are 7 sons. Their names are there. They are the names of the 7 Varshas. There are 7 mountains and there are 7 rivers. Sabka names hai.
One can immediately free from material contamination by touching or bathing in those rivers. There are 4 castes of people who live in the Dvipas: the Hamsas, Patangas, Yanas, and Satyangas, who live for 1000 years. They have forms as beautiful as the Devatas and produce offspring as the Devatas do. They worship the Supreme Lord in the form of the sun, representing the Vedas, the gate to Swarga, by the path of karma.
There are 4 category of people. Hamsa, matlab similar to Brahmanas. Patanga, similar to Kshatriyas. Urdvayanas, Vaishyas. Satyangas, Shudras. And here, they worship the Supreme Lord in the form of sun, representing the Vedas, the gate to Swarga by the path of karma. Traya Vidya. Through the process of Traya Vidya, they worship the Supreme Lord in the form of sun. The mountain ranges divide the Varshas and touch the ocean on both the ends, running at right angles to the ocean. In Plakshadvipa, there are 7 mountains, and inside Plakshadvipa there is ocean, the outside also there is ocean. The mountains go perpendicular to the oceans, so that they touch both the oceans and divide the land into 7 divisions. The Hamsas, Patangas, Udvayanas, and Satyangas represent the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Their forms and methods of producing offspring is like that of the Devatas. Here you see, 1 second. This was Jambudvipa. Here to here 1 lakh yojanas. This is Lavana Samudra. Here to here 1 lakh. Here to here 1 lakh. Then Plakshadvipa. Here to here 2 lakh. And sugarcane juice also here to here 2 lakh. And the Salmon Dvipa will be 4 lakh. And liquor ocean also here to here 4 lakh. And how are the mountains situated? Mountains are like this. Now it is only 1 Plakshadvipa, is only 1 Salmanadipa. But because of the 7 mountains, it becomes 7 Varshas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Varshas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like that. Yes.
Previous last, they worship the Supreme Lord in the form of sun, representing the Vedas, the gate to Swarga by the path of karma. Are the karma yogis?
No, they are bhakti yogis only. Karma Mishra bhakti yogis.
That is karma Mishra bhakti yogis. And why would actually the gate to Swarga is actually emphasized?
Sun is gate to Swarga, not they are interested in gate to Swarga. The sun represented in the Vedas, the Vedas which are gate to Swarga, Sarga Dwaram, by the path of karma. The Vedas generally teach karma, jnana, yoga, karma, jnana, upasana. But karma is the general principal component. So which enables one to go to Swarga. Which promotes karma yoga, which one can go to Swarga. So using the Vedic literature, which are promoting karma, they are worshipping the Supreme Lord, who in the form of sun. So it's like that. Even it is said that they will go to sun, and from there they will go to spiritual world. It is there. And for the time being, we can also take them as Bhakti Mishra Karmis also. Still no problem. They are devotees, but with karma component. So in that.
Sun as we understand, there is only one sun in the universe.
One sun only.
That is also in the Jambudvipa.
No. Why sun is in Jambudvipa?
Sorry. It is surrounding the Meru mountain.
It is traveling above Pushkaradvipa, above that Manastar mountain. Here they are worshipping sun. That doesn't mean sun is here. Sun may be anywhere. They are worshipping here. We are also worshipping sun by chanting Gayatri mantra, by offering Arigya. Anywhere you can worship sun.
Mardas, they actually worship sun through Gayatri mantra, not according to our.
So we are also worshipping sun. The first Gayatri mantra is sun Gayatri mantra only. Brahma Gayatri is for sun only.
This sun which we see, it is in which Dvipa region? In which?
Oh, he is not there in Dvipa. He is there in the either only. ये आकाश में है. So yesterday we saw na, this is Bhumandala. This is Earth globe. Sun will be traveling like this. And January he will be traveling very close to Bhumandala. And July he will be traveling here, very far from the Bhumandala. Again he comes close to Bhumandala. Again he goes far to Bhumandala. Go 6 months outside, 6 months inside. It is like that. Planets are not part of the Dvipas. Dvipas are different. Dvipas means they are different countries, different continents. That's all. They have nothing to do. Do we have sun here, moon here, and then belongs to, the sun belongs to India, moon belongs to China, like that? Then same thing. They are worshipping sun. हम भी worship कर रहे हैं ना. हमारा गुरु महाराज कौन है? Srila Prabhupada. We are worshiping Srila Prabhupada. And then if you go to Sri Vaishnavas, they worship Ramanacharya. If you go to Madhvas, they worship Madhvacharya. क्यों? कृष्णा को वर्शिप करने का ना, मध्वाचार्य को वर्शिप करने का. Represents the same way. Sun is the representative of Supreme Lord. They are worshipping sun, who is their spiritual master. So in that way, here we are worshipping Prabhupada. They are worshipping Acharya. That's Sampradaya. So like that, they are worshipping sun, who is one of the important representatives of Supreme Lord.
So this 22 position, मतलब वो diagram
वो position अभी क्यों चाहिए आपको?
ऐसा सोच रहा.
अभी सोचो मत. वो position will come in the 21st chapter. Where is sun situated will come in the 21st chapter. अभी sun के बारे में नहीं, अभी लक्षद्वीप के बारे में सोचो. यही प्रॉब्लम है.
Surya Devata is this time. He has Lord Narayana himself actually came.
No, he is Vivaswan. He is Vivaswan, one of the 12 Adityas. He is Shakti Avashavatar.
Oh, he is Shakti Avashavatar.
Indra is Vibhuti, but Surya is Shakti Avashavatar. That's why we call him as Surya Narayana. महाभारत बनने का है, तत्वविचार नहीं. महाभारत and Ramayana.
No, I read Tattva-vichar in that I did not find. That is why I was asking.
You are not read Tattva-vichar completely.
No, not completely. But wherever the incarnations which you made, all those places, Surya Dev did not come. So that is why I was mentioning Tattva-vichar.
You read Ramayana, you will understand.
I did not read it.
No, not like that. For more details about anything, Ramayana, Mahabharata, the basic source of all the information.
Which Mahabharata is better for?
Vyasa's Mahabharata.
No,
They're all summary about Mahabharata. You have to read verse by verse. You have to read. You are reading.
And which one is available?
I don't know. हिंदी आपको पढ़ सकते तो हिंदी पढ़ो. कोई तो प्रेस वाला हिंदी पढ़ सकते हैं क्या? पढ़ो.
हिंदी पढ़ सकते हैं, लेकिन also संस्कृत का श्लोक है ना.
नहीं, हिंदी
ट्रांसलेशन है. संस्कृत श्लोक का हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन रहता है.
And another thing, all the 4 divisions of society which you mentioned, and those 4 divisions of society is there throughout all the Lakshadweepa.
Looks like that.
And in Jambudvipa, it is there only in the Bharata Varsha, but not in the other Varshas. But
No.
in Lakshadweepa, entire all the
Not
Varshas.
like that. Even in the other verses of Jambudvipa also might be there. Their names are not mentioned. Here also the names are mentioned, their namesake only. They don't have so much about karma and all. The people like Bharata Varsha, we need to do karma so diligently. But in the this is also Bhaumasarga, na? This is also Bhaumasarga, this is also Bhaumasarga. They are all Bhaumasarga only.
Oh,
There
all
may
the
be
others are also
designation.
Bhumandala.
Entire Bhumandala except Bharata Varsha is Bhaumasarga. They may have designations, but they don't have responsibilities. So much the way we have.
Jambudvipi Pura is Bhavasarga.
Except Bharata Varsha. And Jambudvipa is Pura, except Bharata Varsha, remaining all Bharata Bhaumasarga. Lakshadvipa full Bhaumasarga. Sarmadvipa full Bhaumasarga. Remaining of 6 Dvipas, they are all full Bhaumasarga only. They are completely Bhaumasarga. Okay. So this is how the mountains are like this. They are situated like this. And the Jambudvi tree is there, Plaksha tree is there, Salmali tree will be there in the next one. This is how the 7 rivers coming out of the mountains and giving water to the respective area. And this river have multiple streams. One stream there is a milk stream, yogurt stream, buttermilk stream, ghee stream, honey stream, sugarcane juice stream, whatever one needs. Everything is in the form of streams.
And from both the mountains, it can come in both the directions also.
Yeah, they can. Sometimes they may not do like that because उधर एक ही साइड जाने का ना, दोनों साइड नहीं जाने का. That's how it is mentioned. This mountain से जो भी river आएगा ये land को पानी देने का. So इसलिए ये mountain ये land का, ये mountain land का ऐसा.
Oh, like that it is there.
That like that only. It is indicated.
What is this tree?
Huh?
This tree is the tree which burns.
This one, Plaksha tree.
Yeah, that is the tree.
That is the tree. Second tree is the Plaksha tree. We have not yet discussed Salmali. So that will come later. So now the prayer they offer to Supreme Lord through the via medium of Sun God. Pratnasya Vishnu Rupam Yat Satyasya Vrutasya Brahmana Amrutasya Murtoscha Suryam Atmana Mimaheti. We surrender to the Surya, who is a form of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Rupam. Surya is said to be a form of Lord Vishnu, the oldest person, who is the present deity of executed Dharma, is the present deity of knowledge about Dharma, present deity of the Vedas, and of auspicious and inauspicious results. We surrender to Sun, who has the form of the oldest person. He is the present deity of the Dharma when performed. He is the present deity of Dharma as it is known. He is the present deity of the Vedas which give knowledge of Brahman. He is the present deity of good results and inauspicious results. Auspicious and inauspicious results. So they are the different attributes with which they are glorifying Lord Vishnu in the form of Sun. If you see, they are actually glorification of Lord Vishnu only. But they are keeping Sun in the middle as a mediator. It's like that. Longevity, sensory prowess, physical and mental strength, intelligence and bravery are naturally and equally manifested in all the inhabitants of the 5 highlands headed by Lakshadweep. Whoever is born in all the 6 Dvipas, they have all these things naturally, equally in everyone. Naturally, equally everyone. There will be no competition. In Bharata, there is a problem. Na? Things are not equal. That's why there is a lot of competition and cheating. The above mentioned opulences are available for the people reside in the 6 islands surrounding Jambudvipa. All the 6 islands surround Jambudvipa are also part of Bhaumasarga, the heavenly places on the earth. Same is the 8 great versions of Jambudvipa. Lakshadweep is surrounded by an ocean of sugarcane juice, equal in breadth to the island itself. Similarly, there is another island, Salmali Dvipa, twice as broad as Prakshadvipa, that is 4 lakh yojanas, and surrounded by an ocean, surrounded by an equally broad ocean of liquor. The same as I showed image.
Okay, understood.
So just like this Prakshadvipa is surrounded by salt sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice ocean is surrounded by Salmanadipa. And the width of Salmanadipa is twice to the previous width. So like that.
This sugarcane juice project.
चाहिए.
This is. There is any significance project?
Because वो लोगों के लिए sugarcane juice चाहिए इसलिए भर भर के था.
मतलब
salt वाटर
हमको
चाहिए लेकिन
कौन बोला नहीं चाहिए करके.
अगर शुगर के जूस
Salt water ocean है इसलिए हमको बारिश आ रहा है. हमको बारिश चाहिए ना. बारिश के लिए पानी कहाँ से आएगा. Salt water ocean से आएगा.
स्वीट वाटर
कहाँ पे.
मतलब salt water की स्वीट
Prabhupada said that भगवान ने salt मिलाया था क्योंकि पानी खराब नहीं होगा.
करेक्ट. Otherwise,
pickle and all is having salt only. Na? Salt रखने से salt acts as a preservative. So there is a reason.
water also.
Salt कार्य करने का ना, it will not go bad.
So just as we need water, the inhabitants there need something like sugarcane juice.
Yeah, they may also get water also inside Dvipa. Surrounding ocean, they should be having something useful according to their need of the hour. So it's like that. On Salmali Dvipa, there is a Salmali silk cotton tree. Silk cotton, Salmali, from which the island takes its name. The tree is as broad as the Praksha tree, 100 yojanas broad and 1 tall. Land scholars say that the gigantic tree is the residence of Garuda, the king of all birds and okay. Chanda Sutta refers to Garuda, who praises Lord Vishnu by the hymns arising from his limbs. Shruti says, Suparnasi Garutman Trivrutte Shira. You are Garuda. Your head is the Trivrush Soma of the Vedas. When Garuda moves his wings, the movement of the wings produces the Vedas. So that is a specialty of Garuda. The Salmali tree gives the island its name. The sons of Maharaj Priyavrata named Yajnabahu, the master of Salmali Dvipa, divided the island into 7 trees of land, 7 tracts of land, which he gave it to his 7 sons. So it's like that. He made his 7 sons in charge for 7 parts of the Dvipa. Okay. So basically, Salmala Dvipa also has 7 mountains, divided that Dvipa into 7 Varshas. The 7 Varshas are named after the names of the 7 sons. These are the names of the 7 sons. Okay. In the next verse, the 7 mountain names are mentioned. These are the names of the 7 mountains. And then from the 7 mountain, there come 7 rivers which give water to the 7 Varshas. These are the names of the 7 rivers. The inhabitants of those islands who are known as Shrutidaras, Veeryadaras, देखो Shrutidara मतलब ब्राह्मणस, Veeryadara मतलब क्षत्रियास, Vasundhara मतलब वैश्यास, and Ishandaras all worship Soma, the moon god, an expansion of the Lord, personified of the Vedas. Vedavayam. Here they are worshipping the Supreme Lord in his form known as Soma. How? Sagobi Piturdevebhyo Vibhajan Krishna Shuklayo Prajanam Sarvesam Raja So Nava Somo Na Astu Iti.
Raji,
This does not actually give us an indication that the moon planet is here. No.
Why you want that? We are not talking about which is near, which is far.
No, does it actually represent? Or
Not
is it like the deity which is actually?
That's all. It is their guru.
Okay.
मैं इसलिए एग्जाम्पल दिया था ना. For us, Srila Prabhupada. For them, Ramanujacharya. For them, Srila Madhvacharya. So like that. They are not saying him to be the Lord. They are treating him as the representative of the Lord. May the moon, king of all citizens, and also as us, who divide the food for the Pitrus and Devatas, according to the waning and waxing phases, by his rays, be favorable to us. May he take care of us. May he maintain us. So that is the understanding. The moon during Shukla Paksha prepares Somarasa on the surface. During Krishna Paksha, invites all the Devatas, tells them to drink the Somaras. So from Pratipad all the way up to middle of the Amavasya, the Devatas drink. In the second half of the Amavasya, the Pitrus come and drink. So it is like that. Swagobi means by his own race. Anda is food. May Soma working be in our presence. May Soma, our king, be in our presence. The moon with its waxing and waning phases creates day for the Devatas, and during the waning phase, creates the day for Devatas during the waning phase, and creates day for the Pitrus during the waxing phases. Later on it will come. 5:22:9. Basically, the moon planet itself is divided into two parts. Inside part and outside part. The part which we see towards us, the part which is out other side of the other half of the moon. So one side, there are a category of Devatas Sadyas are residing, and the other side, Pitrus are residing. During Shukla Paksha, one side they will have daytime. During Krishna Paksha, other side they will have daytime. For us, 12 hours daytime, 12 hours nighttime. No? In the moon, 15 days it will be daytime. 15 days it will be nighttime. Because of the relative speed of the sun and moon. So like that. The waxing and waning phases are day and night for the Devatas and night and day for the Pitrus. This means the waxing phase is suitable for the worship of the Devatas and the waning phase is suitable for the worship of the Pitrus. Shukla Paksha is good for the worship of Devatas. Generally in our home, any auspicious ceremony it is made, it should be, generally, ideally it should be during Shukla Paksha. If there is any puja related to Pitru Devatas, it should be during Krishna Paksha. That is generally observed like that.
Krishna Paksha, Pitrus. Shukla Paksha, auspicious.
Devatas. Worship of the Devatas. Outside the ocean of liquor is another island known as Kushadvipa, which is 8 lakh yojanas wide, twice as wide as the ocean of liquor. As Shalmala Dvipa is surrounded by a liquor ocean, Kushadvipa is surrounded by ocean of liquid ghee. Grutoda, liquid ghee, as broad as the island itself. On Kushadvipa, there are clumps of kusha grass, from which the island takes its name. This kusha grass, which was created by the Devatas, by the will of the Supreme Lord, like a second form of fire, illuminates all directions by the effulgence of its tender shoots. There is kusha grass planted by the Devatas all over Kushadvipa, and its tender shoots produce a bright kind of illumination which brighten the entire area.
The Salmanas Dvipa, it is surrounded with a liquor ocean.
Yes.
Why that liquor ocean is actually?
That liquor ocean is not the liquor which you see on the roadside. That is Surasagara.
This is Surasagara.
Suroda is there, na? Ocean of Surasagara.
Surasagara means
it is Somaras Jesa. It is a sugarcane juice पीने से क्या होता है? Internally क्या होता है? Do you get some energy? Do you get some strength and etc.
And it detoxifies the liver also.
So like that, this liquor ocean also, so by drinking that, one becomes revitalized. It is not what you get outside, which not intoxicant.
Then why we actually name it as liquor?
I don't know. I'm not blame. We should actually call it as heavenly beverage. So that is good.
But it will be intoxicating.
If you drink more, it will be intoxicating. There is sugar syrup for gulab jamun. Along with gulab jamun, you get 1 spoon of sugar syrup. If you take 1 glass of sugar syrup, what happens? Go to sleep. Abhi wahi chal raha hai. If you eat one spoon rice, you will awake. If you eat 2 spoons rice, you go to sleep. Custard bhi same thing. Custard liya nahi, but rice zyada liya. So that is what happens. Anything you take limited, fine. If you take more than that, you become dizzy.
It's like rice becomes so.
The preparation, is it fermented or is it not fermented?
Which one? It's not.
It
is always there. Ocean means it's always there. You can say it as it's not fermented. It's not fermented. Somaras is when the water is there all around, the ocean, rivers, plants, ourselves, and everywhere, vegetation, everything. The sun evaporates the water from the surface of the earth. It goes to the moon. Moon churns it, takes out the essence, and the remaining water will come down and forms clouds. The essence after churning is transformed into somaras. When we churn the yogurt, we get butter. When you heat the butter, it becomes ghee. So that is the essence of the milk. Ghee is the essence of the milk. Somarasa is the essence of the water. That's what Vayupurana says. Is it intoxicating or good? Is water good? Then water's essence also good. Rasoham apsa kaunteya. That original rasa of apsu is somarasa. How it is intoxicant? I mean, at the same time, if one consumes more, one becomes intoxicated. Is gulab jamun is good or bad? If you eat 10 gulab jamuns, तब eat 10 पता चलेगा.
Excellent.
Excellent. 1 is good, 2 is better, 3 is best, 4 enough, 5 flat.
5 flat.
One cannot handle more than 5. You people may handle. People like us who are in 40s, if you give 5 gulab jamun, they are flat. They can't take.
You need it. Because
I may need it, I may want it, but I cannot take it. I cannot handle it. Physically, I may put in the mouth, but my body will not accept. So it's like that.
And also, there are few things which are considered as the prohibitions in the Bharata Kanda that may not be the same as the others. So we have the conception of liquor.
This
to be an
and that is
intoxicant.
called same. That is the problem. That is called liquor. That's why we get a negative notation. That is not liquor. That is a heavenly beverage.
Beverage.
So it's like that. It is a thick thing, so it will cause intoxication also. But that is not bad intoxication. That is good intoxication. When you have heavy feast, you feel like sleeping. So like that. Balaramji also accepts Varuni.
Yes.
Is that intoxication? Normally, I'm asking.
Honey probably.
Honey. Is honey intoxicating?
No.
Is honey intoxication? No. But it will, if you take more, it will intoxicate you. But that is not a bad intoxication. That is good intoxication only. It will not cause any bad effect. So it's like that. Same way. So Surasagar is also same way. Somar is also same way. Nectar also same way. समुद्र मंथन के बाद नेक्टर है ना.
At least we have Pratyaksha Brahman of this.
The effulgence of the tender shoots illuminates all the directions. Okay, pado.
O king, another son of Maharaj Priyavrata, Hiranyareta, was the king of this island. He divided it into 7 parts, which he delivered to his 7 sons, according to the rights of inheritance. The king then retired from family life to engage in austerities. The names of those sons are Vasu, Vasudhana, Bundaruchi, Stutyavrata, Nabhigupta, Vivikta, and Vamadeva. Why always 7 though? 7 and Shamli Dvipa and
अच्छा है ना. There is no competition. सब brothers have 7 sons. सब कुछ अच्छा लगता है. जम्बूद्वीप में 9, लास्ट द्वीप में 2, पुष्कर द्वीप में 2 only. But in between सब 7. Because the Bhumandala should look like a lotus flower. That's why 7.
Having
equal divisions, similar divisions. Then pado.
in those 7 islands, there are 7 boundary mountains known as Chakra, Chatu, Vish,
Chatushrunga, Kapila, Chitrakuta, Devanika,
Roma, and Dravina. There are also 7 rivers known as Ramakulya, Madhukulya, Mitravinda, Shrutavinda, Devagarbha, Grita Chuta, and Mantra Mala.
The 7 mountain names are there, 7 river names are there. By bathing in the waters of these rivers, they become purified. The inhabitants of Kushadvipa, named Kushalas, means Brahmanas, Kovidas, Kshatriyas, Abhayuktas, Vaishyas, and Kulakas, Shudras, worship the Lord as fire by expertise in Vedic ceremonies. They worship the Supreme Lord in the form of fire by performing yajna. Yajna के नाम पे भगवान को पूजा करते. They say, Parasya Brahmana Sakshat Jata Vedosi Havyavad Devanam Purushanganam Yajnena Purusham Yajeti. They say, oh fire, you are directly the carrier of our offerings for the Supreme Lord. Please worship the Supreme Lord by offerings to the Devatas, who are the limbs of the Supreme Lord. Though we may be saying that Idam Indraya Svaidam Nama, Idam Chatraya Svaidam Nama, Idam Varnaya Svaidam Nama, we are chanting the names of other Devatas and offering. But all the Devatas are different body limbs of Supreme Lord only. So please accept these oblations and take them to Supreme Lord. Though they are offered in the name of different Devatas. Because all the Devatas are different body limbs of Supreme Lord. So indirectly, we are offering to Supreme Lord only. You are directly the carrier of offerings for the Supreme Lord. Please worship the Supreme Lord by sacrifice which performed unto the Devatas. This means offer what is given in the name of Devatas, who are his limbs unto the Supreme Lord, who is the source of the Devatas and other limbs. Outside the ocean of clarified butter is another island known as Krauncha Dvipa, which has a width of 1.6 million yojanas, twice the width of the ocean of clarified butter. As Kushadvipa is surrounded by an ocean of clarified butter, Kraunchadvipa is surrounded by an ocean of milk. This is the milk ocean, as broad as the island itself. And Kraunchadvipa, there is a great mountain known as Krauncha, from which the island takes its name. Here, this milk ocean is there, na? Ocean of milk. It is here the Devatas and Asuras performed churning of the milk ocean. It is here they got halahal and other things and nectar finally. It is here the Devatas and Asuras fought with each other in this place.
So they have to come from there to here.
समुद्र को मंथन करने का ना इसलिए इधर आया.
And there is no other ocean, milk ocean anywhere in the other part of the universe.
Right ना तो.
But they have
That
chosen
could be.
Bhumandala.
हाँ, इधर बड़ा रहेगा ना इसलिए. Upaklipta means surrounded and Vrutta. And Vrutta also means surrounded, is connected with the next sentence. Although the vegetables living on the slopes of Mount Krauncha were attacked and devastated by the weapon of Kartikeya, the mountain has become fearless because it is always bathed by the ocean of milk and protected by Varuna. At one point of time, there was fight between Kartikeya and who was the demon to kill whom he appeared? Mahishasura Mardini, that is Devi. Tarakasura. In order to kill Tarakasura, Kartikeya appeared. They fought here only. When he is about to hit his shul, hit the mountain, nearby mountain. So the mountain and nearby entire area became red hot. They began to burn. All the vegetation is getting dried up and living entities are dying. They prayed to Lord. So then,
The mountain, that's something.
Krauncha. Whoever it is, the surrounding area getting burnt because of the power of the weapon. So they prayed to Lord. Lord sent the milk ocean. So by the presence of the milk ocean, the entire area became cool and there is a new vegetation and everyone is happy and like that. That is the specialty of that place.
When previous to that, there was no ocean of milk. When Prithvi Maharaj actually was making all the oceans and the lands, at that time the milk was not there in that part of the.
No, when Prithvi Maharaj made the ditch is filled with milk like water, diluted milk, you can say. Not pure milk per se, but diluted milk.
What about who has filled? There are some similar stories like that for alcohol, sugarcane use, like that also.
Alcohol कहाँ पे?
Sorry, liquor.
Liquor कहाँ पे?
Liquor का ocean है ना.
There is ocean. Not liquor ocean.
Okay. So many ocean.
Surasagar.
Surasagar. Okay, in that Surasagar, who has filled that? Who has filled that?
It is filled with the destiny only. Lord's will. In due course of time. When Priyata was traveling, he only created a ditch. In due course of time, there was rain and then filled with such kind of rain and then such kind of things are filled.
Rains are not there in other.
Rains can come, but they don't depend upon rains. In our case, if rain don't come, we are die. We are done. We will not have anything afterwards to eat and die, sustain. Guha refers to Kartikeya. Vibhavya means without fear. The ruler of this island, who was another son of Maharaj Privrata, named Grutarprishta, he also divided his own island among the 7 sons after dividing the island into 7 parts, named according to the names of his 7 sons. Grutarprishta Maharaja completely retired from the family life and took shelter to the lotus feet of the Lord, the soul of all souls, who has all auspicious qualities. Dhritarashtra is addressed as Bhagavan because he has knowledge of creation, maintenance, and destruction. He is called as Bhagavan. कहाँ पे?
Second is 9 last but one word.
Yeah. Nivesha Swayam Bhagavan. Nivesha Swayam Bhagavan. The sons of Maharaja Grisabhasa were named. The 7 names of the sons were there. In their island, there are 7 mountains which indicate the boundaries of the 7 tracts of land, and there are also 7 rivers. The mountain names are there, the river names are there. So it's like that. The water of these rivers is pure and clean. The inhabitants of Kranchadipa are divided into 4 castes called Purushas, Rishabhas, Dravinas, and Devakas. Purusha means Brahmanas, Rishabhas means powerful Kshatriyas, Dravinas means wealthy, and Devakas means servants. They worship the Supreme Lord by offering a palmful of water at the lotus feet of Varuna, the Devata whose form is water. Because Varuna came in the form of milk ocean and protected them, and they became the ardent followers of Varuna. And they chant, Apa Purusha Virya Sta Punatnir Bhurbuva Swaha Tana Purusha Punitamiva Gni Sprushatam Atmana Bhuvaiti. O water, your abilities have been given to you by the Lord. You are the purifier of the 3 worlds. Purify the bodies of us who touch you, since you are the destroyer of sins by your presence. So the ocean has the power to purify us, that has been received by the Supreme Lord. That in that we are coming close to you, we are doing Achaman, we are taking Vath, we are chanting your names. Therefore, please purify us and protect us and maintain us. Like that, they are praying to Lord Varuna in the form of ocean. O water, your abilities have been given by the Lord unto you. You purify the 3 worlds, purify the bodies of us who are touching you by Achaman and by bathing, since you destroy the sin by your Swarupa. The next verse. Outside the ocean of milk is another island known as Shaka Dvipa, which has a width of 3.2 million yojanas. As Kraunchadvipa is surrounded by its own milk ocean, Shakadvipa is surrounded by an ocean of Chand yogurt, as broad as the island itself. Dadi Mandoda. Chand yogurt means buttermilk ocean. In Shakadvipa, there is a big Shaka tree from which the island takes its name. Its fragrance scents the entire island. Shaka tree is so fragrant, it gives nice fragrance to the entire island. It has an ocean of liquid yogurt. According to Srila Madhvacharya, who quotes from the Brahmanda Purana, the 5th ocean should be the ocean of liquid yogurt and the 6th ocean should be the milk ocean. Madhvacharya says that there should be one correction in the Bhagavatam. The 5th ocean should be curd ocean, is the milk ocean, and the 6th ocean should be milk ocean instead of curd ocean. This correction should be there in the Bhagavatam, like that it says. Mandode Puranam Chaiva Vetyasam Shirasagare. Huh?
Why in Bhagavatam, why not in Brahmanda Purana?
Because in Vayu Purana it is said like that.
Vayu Purana and Brahmanda Purana, both it is actually said.
It is said like that. Because it's Vayu. Vayu Purana is one Purana. You want to keep that intact. So, the master of this island, also one of the sons of Prevrata, who was known as Medaditi, He divides this island into 7 sections, named according to the names of his 7 sons, whom he made the kings of that 7 parts. The names of the sons were Purojava, etc. After dividing the island and situating his sons as its rulers, Medatithi retired, and to fix his mind completely upon the lotus feet of the Lord, he entered the forest suitable for meditation. He took to Vanaprastha after dividing the land into 7 parts and giving them into 7 sons. For these lands also there are 7 boundary mountains and 7 rivers. The names of the 7 mountains, the names of the 7 rivers. The inhabitants of those islands are also divided into 4 castes: Ritavata, Satyavrata, Danavrata, and Anuvrata. Anuvrata is Shudra, Danavrata is Vaishya, Satyavrata Kshatriya, Ritavata is Brahmana. Destroying Rajas and Tamas by pranayama, they worship the Supreme Lord in the form of Vayu. By the most intense concentration. Vayu is connected to prana. Prana means yoga. So they worship the Lord by yoga process. Anta pravisha bhutani yo bibarti atma kedubi. Antaryamishvara sakshat. Patu no yad vache sputam. May the Antaryami, the Supreme Lord, who enters within and directly maintains the living beings by the functions of the pranas, under whose control the universe is created, please protect us. It is prana which is maintaining the entire universe. It is prana which is maintaining our body. And let the same Lord maintain our souls also. Like that they are praying. Outside the ocean of the yogurt, in another island known as Pushkara Dvipa, which is 6.4 million yojanas wide, twice as wide as the ocean of yogurt. It is surrounded by an ocean of very tasteful water, as broad as the island itself. On Pushkar Deepa, there is a great lotus flower with 100 million pure golden petals, as effulgent as the flames of a fire. That lotus flower is considered the sitting place of Lord Brahma. So, Plaksha tree, whenever Garuda comes down, he accepts the tree as the residence. Similarly, whenever Garuda comes down, he accepts this lotus flower as the residence. And all over India, if you see, because of the Bhrugu curse, Lord Brahma is not supposed to be worshipped anywhere. But only one place is worshipped. That is in Rajasthan, in a place known as Pushkar. Here is Pushkar Deepa. He has one area to stay. So, even anybody gone there, Pushkar? The lotus has 100 million petals of gold shining with blazing flames. In the middle of that island, in the middle of the Pushkara Deepa, is a great mountain named Manasottara, which forms the boundary between the inner side and outer side of the island. Here, there is only one mountain. In the previous Dvipa, there are 7 mountains, 7 rivers and all. But in this one, there is only one mountain. Its breadth and height are 10,000 yojanas. On that mountain, in the 4 directions, are the residential quarters of the Devatas such as Indra. So, in the middle of the Pushkara Deepa, where there is a lotus flower, where Brahma stays whenever he comes down, there is a mountain named Manasottara mountain, which forms the boundary between the inner Varsha and outer Varsha. And the width of the mountain 10,000 yojanas, height of the mountain 10,000 yojanas. On top of that mountain, in the east, Indra had a township. In the south, Yama had a township. In the west, Varuna had a township. In the north, Soma had a township. 4 townships are there. Okay. The wheel of the chariot of the sun god, making up a year, going around Meru, travels on the top of Manasottara mountain with northern and southern courses called the day and night of the Devatas. So basically, just above this mountain only, the sun god's chariot wheel travels day in, day out throughout the year. When the chariot wheel goes upward, it is called Uttarayana. When it comes down, it is called Dakshinayana. It's like that. Because Manasutara mountain is circular, there are only two Varshas. One either side of the mountain, also of circular shape. By days and nights of Devatas means with northern and southern courses of the sun. January to July is northern course, July to January the southern course. The ruler of this island, the son of Maharaj Priyavrata, named Vitihotra, granting the two sides of the island to his two sons, named Ramanaka and Dataki, engaged himself in activities for the sake of the Lord, like his elder brothers. Is a special, only two sons, that's why only two divisions. The inhabitants of this tract of land worship the Lord in the form of Lord Brahma by actions which cause further actions, Sakarma Nena Karmana, and offer prayers unto the Supreme Lord as follows. Sakarma Nena means by actions which create further actions, Sakam Karma, something like that. Yattat Karma Mayam Lingam Brahma Lingam Janodchayet. Ekantam Advayam Shantam Tasmai Bhagavate Namayati. They say, I offer respects to the Supreme Lord, whom people with the idea of the servant of the object of service, the idea of the servant and object of service, worship as Brahma, who is attained by karma, who is fixed in devotion to the Supreme Lord, who is non-different from the Supreme Lord, who is completely peaceful, and from whom the Vedas are known. They are the different attributes of Lord Brahma, who is a Gunavatar of the Supreme Lord. It is said in Rudra Gita, this is Rudra Gita, chapter 24, canto 4, text number 29. Swadharma Nishta Shatajanmami Puman Virinchi Mata Meti Tata Paramhimam. A person fixed in Varnashram Dharma attain the post of Brahma after 100 births. Whoever follows Varnashram Dharma properly for 100 lifetimes, they will become Brahma. And those do more than that, they will go to Brahman, where Sadashiva resides. For this reason, Brahma is called Karma Mayam. He is attained by the performance of karma. People worship Brahma, who is attained by karma, by whom the Vedas are known, by differentiating the object of service and the servant. Brahma is fixed in devotion to the Supreme Lord. Basically, we say that Balramji is personality of servitor Godhead. Brahma is also called as personality of servitor Godhead. So like that they worship Brahma. He is non-different from the Lord according to the reasoning. Yoyak Shraddha Sayavasa. One becomes similar to whatever form one worships with faith. Whichever form we worship, we become the same. Since Brahma is always engaged in the worship of Supreme Lord, he is as good as the Supreme Lord, he is non-different from the Supreme Lord. It's like that. So now you see, here is Shaka tree, here is Krauncha mountain, here is Kusha grass, here is Salmon tree. These are the different rivers coming from the different mountains and giving water to the respective Varshas. Everywhere 7 mountains, 7 Varshas, 7 rivers. Same things. Here is Manasutara mountain, only one mountain. Inside 7 mountains. Here is Pushkara lotus flower, on top of which Brahma stays whenever he comes down.
Manasutara mountain is like one big mountain.
Is only one circular mountain which divides the Dvipa into two parts. So this is one Varsha, this is one Varsha. So their last one is only two Varshas are there. Inside there are 7 mountains, 7 Varshas. So there are 2 rivers coming from this mountain. One river gives water inside, one river gives water outside.
6 only happened. 6 Dvipas.
6 say. Don't count here, you may not be able to see them clearly. अब इधर देखो कितना हो गया. Jambu Dvipa, Sarmali Dvipa, Kusha Dvipa, Krauncha Dvipa, Shaka Dvipa. How many? Pushkar Dvipa will be outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th one is Shaka Dvipa. This is 5th one. This is
6 and 7.
Jambu Dvipa is there, no one? No, actually when it is becoming bigger and bigger, na, the inside one becomes smaller and smaller. They will not be visible.
हाँ जम्बू द्वीप का नेक्स्ट वाला कौन सा है? P से स्टार्ट होता है.
Actually, second one is Plakshadvipa. So Plakshadvipa, Jambudvipa are not visible. 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7.
And then the 7 is again divided into 2.
Inside one divided into 7, 7, 7. Seventh one divided into 2. So here is the sun. Sun travels above this mountain day in, day out. He makes one round every day.
No, sun is there.
Sun is situated. Actually, sun's chariot wheel, actually, I put sun. Chariot wheel of the sun is there.
And we are seeing from the top view, so it is like this.
Yes.
And if we see from the side view, how whether it is in the plane of the Bhumandala or it is above the plane of the Bhumandala?
Sun?
Sun.
Sun above. Thoda above. 1 lakh yojanas above the Bhumandala.
1 lakh yojanas above the Bhumandala. So it means it is greater than the height of Meru mountain.
Yes.
Even the position of the Meru mountain also, it is greater than the.
Yes, perfect.
And it the sun's center is Meru mountain. The orbits.
Sun orbits around Meru mountain. Yes. Perfect. So much analysis. Very intelligent. Here is the summary.
You go and do PhD.
Future is safe.
You go. And
there is a lot of hope.
And come back.
These are the 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans, 7 sons of Privata Maharaj, and their respect to sons 9, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 2. They are the deities whom they are worshipping. They are the special significance because of the presence of these things, they got their names. So Jambudvipa, its diameter was 1 lakh yojanas. Its radius is 50,000 yojanas. And then the width of the saltwater ocean is 1 lakh yojanas. So both combined together becomes 1.5 lakh yojanas, 0.15 million yojanas. So
what is the R outer?
Overall radius. See, for example, if you take this is Jambudvipa, its width from here to here is 1 lakh yojanas. Radius from the middle to here, half lakh yojanas. The width of the first ocean is 1 lakh yojanas. So the radius to this point is 1 lakh plus half lakh. Then this is 2 lakhs. This is 2 lakhs. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0.5. So like that. This is 0.05 plus 0.1 becomes 0.15. 0.2 plus 0.2, 0.55. 0.4 plus 0.4, 1.35. 0.8 plus 0.8, 2.95. 1.6 plus 1.6, 6.15. 3.2 plus 3.2, 12.55. 6.4 plus 6.4, 25.35. That means the outer radius of the 7th ocean here, till here it will be 25.35 million yojanas. Till here. And then till here it is 12.55. Sorry. Till here it is 12.55. And here to here it is 6.4. And from here to middle of the mountain, 3.2. So 12.55 plus 3.2. It will be.
Can you come again? 12.55.
Till here 25.35.
Correct.
Till here 12.55.
Yes.
And this 7th Varsa, 7th Dvipa is 6.4. And mountain in the middle. From here to here it will be 3.2.
You are not taking the width of the mountain.
To the middle of the mountain. Why you should take width? कल से वही चल रहा है. 12.55 plus 3.2. Total will be 15.75. This is the radius to the middle of the mountain. Sun is traveling just above that, na? Just to understand at what distance sun is located. This gives an approximate distance. So like that. These are the different divisions of the Jambudvipa with Lakshadvipa and etc. Salmali Dvipa, Kraunchadvipa, Kashaka, Shaka Dvipa, Pushkar Dvipa, like that, and all the oceans, etc. etc. These are the different parts, the description
And
of
there is
the
any other cross validation for this distance with respect to any other shastra?
which for what?
The distance for the sun.
I don't know. I have not done. Not required. When Bhagavatam says something, that's all. No need, no cross validation.
No, how you have done for the other thing.
Hmm.
I was thinking for this.
Some things which are not there in the Bhagavatam, we have done. Some places where it is necessary. The same details are there every Purana. Every Purana says the Manasotara is 15.75, the outer radius of the seventh ocean is 25.35. Every Purana will have same information. It won't change.
With respect to the modern distance, how much does that?
Modern अब देखते नहीं ना, दिखते नहीं वो सब. Modern man cannot see all those things.
What is the modern man actually found the distance between the earth and the sun?
That will validate.
That is going.
That is going to come. The next chapter it will come. That exactly matches. This is approximate distance. This is not, sun is not traveling at this distance. Sun's chariot wheel is traveling here. Sun is situated inside the wheel. There is only one wheel to the chariot. Sun's body will be inside. Just like you take a car, there are two wheels behind, but you sit in the middle somewhere between the wheels. So like that.
Basically, this is the axis.
Yeah, this is axis. This is the length of the axis, which is connecting the Mount Meru at one side and wheel on the other side.
And the axis length is always constant.
Don't
the
change.
sun,
Yeah.
it's not like
हाँ.
resolution.
Sun का आगे अंदर बाहर जाते हैं.
अच्छा,
But
वो
wheel,
जाते हैं.
sun अंदर बाहर जाते हैं, but wheel is always constant.
So then the axis of the sun's path also keeps changing.
हाँ.
But the wheel's axis remains constant.
Even this also, on Makar Sankranti day, the chariot wheel travels just above Manasutara mountain. When the sun going up, the wheel slowly comes inside. So here is Mount Meru. This is the chariot axle. This is the wheel. When the wheel goes up,
Wheel actually travels in that way.
when the chariot, here it is fixed. In Makar Sankranti, the wheel is located just above Manasutara mountain. When it goes up, when you draw a line, the wheel comes inside. So like that.
Okay, I'll wait for the explanation. How sun travels as what we will explain.
Okay. So we'll take a break. It's a long time. Then we'll continue after some time.
What time?